Oliver Tree, the meme superstar who outsmarted the music industry. Oliver Tree is one of the strangest, boldest, and most unpredictable figures in modern music. He's not just a singer or a songwriter. He's a director, a comedian, a stuntman, and above all, a master of turning chaos into art. Some call him a joke, others call him a genius, but no matter where you stand, one fact is undeniable. Oliver Tree has built himself into a living meme, a larger-than-life character who transformed the very idea of what a modern music star could be. Born Oliver Tree Nickel in Santa Cruz, California in 1993, Oliver didn't grow up dreaming about Hollywood red carpets or pop stardom. Instead, he was obsessed with extreme sports. Scootering, skateboarding, BMX, these weren't just hobbies, they were part of his identity. By the time most kids his age were learning to drive, Oliver was already performing stunts that left him with scars, broken bones, and an appetite for adrenaline. This love of pushing boundaries would later shape everything about his career, both in music and beyond. But even before fame, Oliver had an unusual relationship with art. He started experimenting with instruments as a teenager, diving into electronic production and mixing sounds that didn't quite fit in any genre. He wasn't chasing radio hits. He was searching for something new. On SoundCloud, he uploaded tracks under different aliases, creating an underground presence. But the character, Oliver Tree, as we know it, with the bowl-cut hair, the oversized outfits, and the deadpan delivery, only came later. This wasn't just music. It was a performance, a satire, and a social experiment all rolled into one. His first big break came in 2016, when he signed with Atlantic Records. The release of When I'm Down introduced Oliver to a wider audience. Yet from the beginning, he refused to play by the rules. He demanded creative control, insisted on directing his own music videos, and brought his extreme sport stunts into nearly everything he did. For Oliver, a song wasn't finished until it was paired with a video that felt like a short film, complete with absurd costumes, surreal storylines, and usually some kind of accident or explosion. The visuals became legendary. In one, Oliver is flying through the air on a scooter. In another, he's wearing an enormous pink puffer jacket that looks like it was designed for a cartoon character. He crashes cars. He wipes out on skate ramps. He appears in outfits that make him look like a lost relic from the 90s. Fans were torn between laughing and being impressed, and that confusion was the point. Oliver blurred the line between parody and sincerity so thoroughly that people didn't know if they were watching a comedian, a musician, or both at once. In 2018, just as his career was building momentum, Oliver shocked fans by announcing he was retiring. Most thought it was a joke, but Oliver leaned into it with complete seriousness. For a moment, it really seemed like he might walk away. Of course, this was part of his ongoing act, a way of mocking the dramatic statements pop stars often make while keeping fans guessing. He returned with his debut album Ugly is Beautiful in 2020, and the record was a perfect showcase of who he really was: sarcastic, angsty, rebellious, and deeply self-aware. Songs like Alien Boy and Let Me Down became anthems for outsiders who didn't fit in, and Oliver leaned into that role as the anti-star of his generation. But Oliver wasn't content to stay in one lane. He expanded his universe with collaborations. Working with Lil Yachty, Trippie Redd, Marshmello, and other mainstream names, he pushed his chaotic style into the pop charts. The viral hit Life Goes On became more than just a song. It became a cultural moment, especially on TikTok. The track spread across the globe, racking up streams in the hundreds of millions, and making Oliver Tree a household name far beyond his original niche audience. What set Oliver apart, however, was his ability to constantly reinvent himself. In 2022, he shocked fans with Cowboy Tears, a project blending country influences with his usual absurdity. He dressed as a heartbroken cowboy, complete with oversized hats and denim outfits, while singing about heartbreak in a way that was both funny and strangely relatable. Some critics dismissed it as satire, but others saw depth beneath the comedy. And in 2023, he pivoted again with Alone in a Crowd, embracing Eurodance and 90s rave aesthetics. By now, fans understood that with Oliver Tree, the only predictable thing was unpredictability. Behind the comedy and chaos, though, Oliver's life has carried real struggles. His commitment to stunts has left him with injuries that could have ended his career. He has openly admitted to using humor as a shield against anxiety and rejection. Fame hasn't been an easy ride. Unlike most stars who try to maintain a polished, untouchable image, Oliver Tree has made vulnerability part of his act, though always wrapped in sarcasm. Many of his lyrics, when stripped of the comedy, reveal loneliness, fear of failure, and the absurd pressure of living in the internet spotlight. Oliver Tree thrives because he understands internet culture in a way few others do. He knows that attention, whether love or hate, is the real currency. Where other stars chase perfection, Oliver embraces cringe, awkwardness, and absurdity. He wears ugly clothes on purpose, crashes interviews with bizarre answers, and trolls journalists in ways that go viral every single time. He's not scared of being hated. In fact, he thrives on it. To Oliver, controversy isn't a problem. It's the plan. By 2024 and 2025, Oliver Tree had solidified himself as both a global meme and a respected performer. He headlined major festivals. His videos continued to break millions of views within days, and his cult following only grew stronger. He blurred the line between musician and comedian so perfectly that people often forgot where the character ended and the real Oliver began. And maybe that's the point. Maybe there is no real Oliver Tree anymore. The character has consumed the man, and in the process, created something entirely new in pop culture. So what's next? That's the question Oliver loves to leave unanswered. He might announce retirement again, only to return bigger than ever. He might put out a folk album, or dive into cinema, or crash yet another scooter mid-performance. Or maybe he'll create something so unexpected that nobody could have predicted it. That unpredictability has become his brand. Love him or hate him, Oliver Tree has carved a space for himself that no one else could occupy. He is the artist who turned himself into a meme and, by doing so, became unforgettable. In an industry obsessed with image, Oliver Tree has made himself the king of self-sabotage. And somehow, that sabotage has made him a superstar. Because Oliver Tree isn't just a musician. He's a storyteller, a troll, a prankster, and a mirror reflecting the ridiculousness of the world around us. And as long as life goes on, Oliver Tree will keep riding his scooter straight into chaos, and straight into history.